Hi everyone. I thought that it might be interesting if we took a little break today from focusing on factoring and focusing on quadratic formulas and parabolas, and instead talked a little bit about COVID-19, or more popularly known as the coronavirus. So many of you asked before we went on break what kind of elective I would be offering next year, and I'm hoping to offer an elective on game theory. Um, when I was in college, did research on game theory. So I've published research by me when I was in college about vaccination decision making, and I did this whole game theoretical analysis thing. It was a lot of fun to do, and game theory still interests me. So I thought we could do like a little bit of a dive into that today. So first, we should probably talk about what game theory means, because you might not have ever heard of that type of math. So game theory is a type of math that allows us to consider what a rationally minded person might do in a given situation. You can already know this. Well, rational minded person, that works. Okay. So basically, we're talking about perfect humans, what a perfect human would do in any given situation. So you and I are not perfect, so don't expect that you are doing exactly what we might find out we should be doing today when we're looking at this situation, because funny enough, we are not rationally minded. We are driven by our wants. More so sometimes than by our needs. Like sometimes I want pizza. I need vegetables, but I want pizza, so I get pizza. That is not me being rationally minded. So yeah, humans are not always rational. So game theory doesn't always translate perfectly to real life. So sometimes game theory doesn't actually look like what your real life does look like. But it can give us some information about maybe how we should be acting. Um, so game theory, I wrote here, can be used to predict behavior in perfect world scenarios. So like assuming everyone is perfect and everyone is going to do the thing that's best for them. So they're going to make the choice that is most beneficial for them. Um, and to use game theory, we need situations that have at least two people. So it can't just be one person. We need at least two people, and we need there to be cost and benefit. So reasons for us to do things. So the reason for, well, I can't do the pizza one because pizza's not a person. But there are many, many, many different game theory scenarios that we could talk about a different time. I just thought this would be interesting. I'm going to click to this next slide. So let's talk about, COVID-19, the coronavirus. So right now, we've been asked to stay home. Did you know that? That's why you're watching this from home, and I'm recording it at my home as well. So we're staying home because we're trying to limit the spread of the virus. So we're not wanting to go out. Because we don't want to spread the virus and get even more people sick. It's highly contagious, meaning that you can get it really easily, and it's passed from just being close to people. So in close contact with people that are sick, and sometimes the people that are sick don't know that they are sick. It can take up to a week for the signs of the virus to show, the signs of the sickness to show. It is mainly gotten from you inhaling when someone else coughs or sneezes, and like all of that sickness comes out of their body from their mouth. But this is kind of why we're being, told wash your hands, don't touch your face, stay 6 feet away from people if you can. So that you're not in close contact with them, so that you're not getting sick. We kind of have two choices right now. One, we can stay inside. We can stay home, and we can try to not spread this virus. I wrote disease there. Disease isn't the right word, virus. Or our other option, we can ignore, close our eyes to science, say this isn't happening, and we can continue to live our lives as normal and go out and have school and things like that. So those are our two options. Staying home, trying not to spread the virus, going out, and ignoring science. The things that could happen. One, we could stay home and we could not get sick. That's pretty cool. Two, we could go out into the world and not get sick. That's also cool. Three, we could go out into the world and get sick. So there's quite a few different scenarios that we could find ourselves in depending on the decision that we make and the decisions that other people around us make. Which leads us to here. This is something called a payoff matrix. It's obviously in the shape of a square. A matrix is a square. And it's going to show what the possible gains and losses could be based on our choices. So we're going to go into this situation. We're going to assume that we ourselves are healthy because maybe up until now we have been staying safe and we've been staying at home, we've been cleaning, we've been washing our hands, we haven't been touching our face, those kinds of things. But what we do not know is if the person that we are meeting is sick or healthy. And maybe that person doesn't know either. But we don't know if they're sick or healthy. So I'm going to write on this slide here. So if we stay at home, okay, we stay at home and the other person is sick, well, this other person is already at a -1. They're sick, which sucks. It sucks for them. No one wants to be sick. So we can stay at home. If we stay at home, we are not going to encounter this sick person. So on the other side of this line will be us. So if we stay at home, I'm trying to change the color. We are not going to get sick. We're going to be happy. We're going to be a +1. So these ones, this -1 and +1 is just talking about our health level. So if we are sick, we're a -1. If we are not sick, we are a +1. Okay, now instead of staying at home, we've made the decision to go out and we encounter someone that is sick. That person is sick and look, now we are too. It is that contagious. There is another option though. There's another option right down here. Let's assume that other person is healthy. So they're healthy, they're happy. We're at home, we're happy, ain't nothing wrong. We've stayed good. We're happy no matter what in this instance. Let's go over here. This person is healthy still, so they are still happy. They still have a +1. On the other side of our line here, we are going out, but we are encountering a healthy person. So we're not getting sick. They're healthy. We're fine. We're safe. I want us now to think about, okay, what if we don't know how the other person is? What if we have no clue? I want to see, is there a choice that we should make just if we didn't know how that other person was feeling? I want to see if I can cover this up. I am going to hide something from you. We are going to make it black. Let's see if I can do that. So let's say we have no idea. We'll see if this works. Yep. If that person is healthy. So let's just look at this top part here. So that area that's highlighted with black over it, we are not looking at that. We're looking at the top. We have two choices. We can either stay home or we can go out. Which choice looks better for us? Hopefully we're seeing that right here. I would rather stay home and not get sick than be sick. +1 is bigger than -1. I want this choice. So if this other person is sick, I'm gonna stay home. Oh no, it all went away. That's okay. Can I undo it though? I don't think I can. That's fine. I'm gonna fill that all back in. So we had a -1, +1. We had a -1, -1. We had a +1, +1, and we had a +1, +1. Okay. And we said of the choices, if we knew that the other person is sick, we would choose to stay home. Let's look down here. Does it really matter whether or not we stay home or we go out if the other person is healthy? Does anything change with us? So looking right here, does anything change with us if we go out or if we stay home and the other person is healthy? No. So these are both viable options for us. We could either stay out, we could go home. It wouldn't make a difference for us, assuming that other person is healthy, which is cool. Nice. So these green things that we circled, those are the decisions that we would like to make. The only area where we really see badness, where we really don't want to go out, is that area where we have people that are sick. And right now we have people that are sick in our area, in our county. So in Ramsey County, in Marshall County, in St. Paul, in Minneapolis, we have people that are sick. And we have a lot of people that don't know if they're sick because they haven't been able to get tested. So while we might find ourselves thinking like, hey, look at all this green. If other people are healthy, it's fine for me to go outside. It's only not fine for me to go outside if other people are sick. Well, that's the situation that we're in, is that other people are sick. And that this is spread when we're close to other people. When we're getting close and we're not able to wash our hands, or we're touching our faces or things like that. There is a thing called the Nash equilibrium. Usually it is where we have circles like this that are overlapping, that show us that really there's just one situation that we want to do. We don't have something like that here, meaning that math doesn't have the answer for us. Math can't really tell us what to do in this situation. There is nothing here that mathematically is like, yes, stay home, yes, go out. Because there's too much that we don't know. We don't know about other people and what other people are doing. Anyways, I got inspired to think about this just randomly today when I was just thinking about school and where we were, and how we're all at home, and how this might be interesting to you, and that this might pique your interest in taking my game theory elective next year. I want to close with here. This is a super basic example of how game theory and how it might apply to our current situation. Like so basic. But now that you've watched this, I have a question for you that I want you to answer in Google Classroom. Do you think that this was a good way to talk about this situation? Like, did this game theory situation explain what we are living through right now well? Are there other things that we could have considered? Like needs that people have? Because obviously we have to go outside sometimes. We need things. Some of our parents have to go to work because they need to pay our rent or buy us food or whatever they have to go to work for. Or maybe they are a grocery store worker who have been considered now essential employees. They've been recognized throughout the world. Maybe they are working at a restaurant and they are helping people get food. Maybe they are working at a hospital and they are helping people that are sick get better. Or maybe they're stuck at home right now because their work has been closed down because of this virus, but they still need to go out and get food, so they're going to the grocery stores. There are a lot of different things that we could consider. And I'm hoping that you'll think about that a little bit and think about it in this math context. Anyways, I hope that this was interesting for you. This video was it, going and responding to that question, and you'll be done with math today. All right, guys, like I said, I hope this was informative. I had fun making it. Okay, bye-bye. I forgot to mention that you can email me if you have any questions or if you want to talk anything more about this. For real now, bye-bye.